Hello! Today I'm going to be doing a monthly TBR, and this is my first time ever doing a monthly TBR in the history of my channel, which has been going for quite some time now. So, I've literally never done one of these before. Why am I doing one now? First reason is that I've been watching these TBR JAR videos on YouTube recently, and I've been loving them. I think they're so fun, and I've just wanted to try it out myself. And then the second reason is that I am moving at the end of this month, and my family keeps telling me over and over, they're like, just start by packing up your books. And I understand why that makes sense to them, but to me, I'm like, I can't pack up my books because I need all of these books as an option to read until the month is over. So I'm hoping this will help me narrow that down so I can pack up the rest of the books. There is a method to my madness. So let's just jump right into it and get started. I've got my little prompts here, and I'm very excited to get into this. So let's pick one. Okay, I'm going to try to show the camera, but I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to see them. The first prompt is a book with a number in the title. Let's see, can I show you? Not really, but I'm trying. A book with a number in the title. Okay, I'm pretty sure I only have like one book in my bookcase that fits this prompt. So I'm just gonna get that one. I'm not even gonna try to look for more. And that book is 10 minutes, 38 seconds in the Strange World by Alif Shafak. Again, not even gonna bother to look for anyone else because I'm pretty sure this is the only book I have with a number in the title. So there we go. There's book number one. I'm going to pick 10 books, I think. I don't think I'm going to get to all of them because I have some like reading vlogs planned for the month. But I think with 10, that will give me like enough variety so I still have somewhat of a choice because I am a mood reader, so that is important to me. So, number 2, a book that starts with a vowel. This one, I instantly know what book I'm choosing. The whole mission of this video was to fit this book in here somewhere because I want to read this book so bad. It's a little bit of a spoiler for my most recent book haul that's going to be coming up, but I don't care. And that is A Father Story by Lionel Dahmer. This is Jeffrey Dahmer's father. I need to read this book. So this starts with a vowel, A is a vowel, everything's good. Next book. That's 2 out of 10. A book by a BIPOC author. This one should be easy, right? Like, I should have options here. Let's see. I could do The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. That's definitely tempting. What else could I do though? Just so I have some options. I don't know like the race of every author on my shelf, which is proving to be a little bit difficult in this because I'm looking at some of these people and I'm like, I don't know if you're black or not, or if you're indigenous, or if you're a general person of color. Part of me thinks that maybe Paul Beatty is, just based off of the content of this novel, but I really don't know, so I'm not gonna pick that one up. I could go with Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. She's an indigenous author. I don't know if I'm really in the mood for this right now, though, so I'm gonna set this aside. That's definitely an option. I could go with N.K. Jemisin, The Killing Moon. This is a fantasy, and I know nothing about it. I just know that's N.K. Jemisin, and I really like her work. You know, I think that my first choice was the best choice. I think we're going to go with The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. So there we go. We got 3 so far. Let's pick a 4th. A book with something celestial in the title or cover. I hope you can read these. I'm trying my best. Something celestial. Okay, well, Black Sun once again works because it has sun in the title. Another one, I think I might end up going with this one, but I'll keep looking. Hazardous Spirits. You can kind of see in the sun here that there's little stars on this. That might have to be the one I choose. But also the classic one that comes to mind when I think of this is The Luminaries. This book has been on my shelf for such a long time. Oh, you can't see it. The Luminaries. I picked this up once. I tried reading it and it was boring and I put it back down. That doesn't necessarily mean I won't like it again because I do tend to like put down books and then go back to them very easily. But like it makes me cautious about picking it up. So I think I'm going to go with Hazardous Spirits for this one. And there we go. That's 4. So lucky number 5. I don't know why it's lucky. I'm just saying it is. Can you see it? A book published last year. That one seems hard. I guess I have to go to like a hardcover. Is Rouge published last year? Last year was 2023. Rouge was published in 2023. This might have to be it, but I will look for some other options. I can't believe I found one right away. I think Demon Copperhead was 2022, if I'm right. I could also read Bellies. What year is this published? This is also 2023. The Familiar was 2024, so I can't read that one for this one. You know what? I think I am just going to go with Rouge because I want to read this book so bad. I've wanted to read this book before I even wanted to read Bunny, and after I picked up Bunny, that just like reestablished how much I wanted to read this book, so this is going to be added to the TBR. We got a pretty good TBR going so far, I gotta say. Okay, for lucky number 6, I'm just going to call them all lucky number. Ooh, one fell out. I guess I have to choose that one. A book with green on the cover. Green. That shouldn't be too hard. I mean, I have, again, Bellies has some green on the cover in this corner over here. So this one is a definite possibility. What else? Ooh, I go with the Berry Pickers. This definitely has some green. You can't deny that. I could also do, wow, not many green I'm seeing. Ooh, Upstream by Mary Oliver. This is a collection of essays about like nature, and it's written by a poet, so I think it's gonna be really beautiful. But I do think I want to go with the Berry Pickers. I've wanted to read this book ever since I first heard of the concept behind it. Not that there's like a concept, ever since I first heard the synopsis. And I think I'm really gonna like it, so I'm gonna choose this one. A lot of hardcover are making the list this month for this TBR. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, so that's 6. We are over halfway there. This is going much easier than I thought it would. I thought I was going to be like struggling to find shit. A popular book. And again, I'm not even going to pretend I know exactly the book I want to choose. And that is The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. I just wanted to figure out a way to get this book on this TBR because I really want to read this. This is obviously very popular. I feel like everyone's been reading it, or at least everyone has been buying it. I haven't seen many reviews personally, but I want to read it very badly. So this is definitely going on the TBR. Hell yeah. My main goals were to get A Father Story and The Familiar on this TBR, and I completed both of those. So I'm feeling really good right now. Let's go for 7. 7 also has to be lucky for some reason. A book with blue on the cover. I would have used that for the Berry Pickers too. So now I need to find, Bellies still works. What else still works? The Luminaries still works. This is a very blue cover. What else has blue though? Ooh, can I fit an NYRB book in? I bought all these NYRB books and I haven't had a chance to actually read any of them. This one has blue on the cover. What else? Ooh, something else I could read. Hamlet. I do really want to read this one. Hamnet, not Hamlet. Hamnet. This is tempting. This is a hard one. There's so many covers with blue. Oh, the one I was thinking of does not have blue on the cover, so maybe not NYRB then. Like, this Picasso one does sound really interesting. This is Life with Picasso, and it's written by, like, women that he dated, I think. But I don't know if I quite want to pick it up right now, and I'm kind of gravitating towards Hamnet because it's coming out as a movie sometime with Paul Mescal, and that makes me want to read it. And I also feel like I guess I do have some historical fiction going on in here, so maybe I don't want to add too much historical fiction. No, I'm going with Hamnet. This is blue. That's blue as hell. Not that hell is particularly blue, but you get what I mean. But how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god, so only 2 books left. This is going so fast. A book you've had for a long time. Like, so many books can fit that bill. But I am a little bit more interested in the books I've recently bought. So let's look. And like, how do I define long time? I guess I really have to pick one that's been on here for a bit, which is difficult because it leaves open so many opportunities at the same time. Like, there's so many books I could choose from, and that's kind of like making me have a hard time, especially because I really want to read books that I recently got. Okay, what kind of books do I already have on my TBR? I've got a lot of historical fiction. I don't really have any fantasy. Do I want to add a fantasy? Damn, this is hard. Ooh, actually, I could put The Sellout. This is a book that was recently on the New York Times 100 Best Books of the Century list, and it renewed my interest in this. I bought this book years ago. I think I bought it in like 2016 or something, so this could definitely be on there. That might be what I do, but let's keep looking. Just staring up at my bookcase. This is great content. What else could even count? I've just bought so many books in the past year. I could do, so many of these books are recent. I could do a Stephen King, but I don't really feel like I'm in the mood for Stephen King. That's gotta be an October thing. You know what? I'm not even gonna keep looking. I'm gonna go with The Sellout by Paul Beatty. That's gonna be this one. That was 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, one more book. Wow. Okay, last little TBR thing. Okay. Okay. I don't hate this one. A book you bought used. This one's actually kind of exciting because I've recently bought a lot of used books on Pango. So it means I can choose like a new book to me. What do I want to choose for that? I could go with Demon Copperhead. I do really want to read this. I stupidly bought the large print edition because I didn't really look at the picture very well. And I don't really like that it's large print, so part of me just wants to read it so I can get rid of it. Even though I've heard that's supposed to be a really good book. That's tempting. I could also go with Three Women by Lisa Taddeo. This is nonfiction, which makes it very interesting because I don't really have any nonfiction on my list right now. I could also go with Annie Bot. This is a book that I really am interested in. There's so many choices here. Ooh, actually, I could also go. This is a book I do really want to read with The Wall. This is a book I just recently bought at a used bookstore, so I think that counts. I gotta say, I think it's between this and Demon Copperhead if I had to choose two. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with The Wall because this is like a sci-fi book. I don't have anything sci-fi on my TBR right now, so I'm gonna go with this one. So there are 10 books. I think I'm gonna quickly go through them and like summarize them because I haven't been doing that. So to give you a little bit of an idea of what I know about these books. So let's do that. I wish you could see my floor right now. It's just covered in books I've been like putting down and also covered in these stupid little sticky notes that I folded up and put in the jar. Okay, the first book on my September TBR is 10 Minutes 38 Seconds in the Strange World by Leif Shafak. This book follows, I think it's a prostitute, and in the very beginning of the book, she's dying. And you're essentially following the 10 minutes and 38 seconds that she hasn't like lost consciousness after she dies, something like that. And you're going through her life story and like seeing how she got to where she is, and you're like seeing how her family and friends are going to mourn her. Sounds very dark. I guess this is kind of sci-fi, so it wasn't the only sci-fi. I did have a sci-fi on the list, but I've heard a lot about this one. I'm excited about it. Next, we have A Father's Story by Lionel Dahmer. Like I said, this is Jeffrey Dahmer's father. So this is kind of like his reckoning with what his son did and like trying to see like was he responsible, like just dealing with his feelings on the subject. And for some reason, that's just so fucking fascinating to me. Like I want to pick this up so bad. Then we have The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. I don't know much about this. I know that it follows a young black girl. It says on the back that she prays every day for beauty, mocked by other children for their dark skin, curly hair, and brown eyes that set her apart. She yearns for the blonde hair and blue eyes that she believes will allow her to finally fit in. That's all I know at this book. This will be my first Toni Morrison. I've tried to pick up Beloved before, and I just wasn't in the mood for it. But I'm hoping that this I'll be in the mood for because I am really looking forward to picking up some Toni Morrison. Next, we've got Hazardous Spirits by Ambara Salam. This book is set in Edinburgh in the 1920s, and it follows this woman who's just like, you know, a basic housewife at the time. And then her husband one day comes home with an announcement that he can communicate with the dead, and they join the spiritualist movement. Sounds really interesting. I've recently picked this one up as well. Then we've got Rouge by Mona Awad. I don't know anything about this book except that it's a horror book that like talks about the beauty industry. That's enough to make me interested. Next is The Berry Pickers, a lot of hardcover books, which is exciting. Next is The Berry Pickers by Amanda Peters. This book follows like a young indigenous girl who's going to pick blueberries one day and then she goes missing, and it's like her friends and family trying to figure out what happened. Next is The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. I don't know much about this book. I know it's set in Spain, and I know it follows like a young girl who is the help for this one woman, and she has like magic, and then the woman that hires her like takes advantage of her having magic to try to gain herself a social position. I don't know. Not a great description, but that's all I know. Next, we've got Hamnet. This book follows Shakespeare's son, so it talks about like Shakespeare's home life, and it's being turned into a movie with Paul Mescal, and that's the real reason I want to read it. If I'm being honest here. Then we have The Sellout by Paul Beatty. This book I just have to read from the back. He initiates the most outrageous action conceivable, reinstating slavery and segregating the local high school, which lands him in front of the Supreme Court. Again, this was on the New York Times like best of the century list, so that really renewed my interest in it because it's been on my TBR for quite a long time. And knowing our current day Supreme Court, they'd probably let slavery and segregation fly, so interesting to see what the take is going to be. And last but certainly not least is The Wall by Marlene Haushofer. This book follows a woman who, like, one day a wall goes up between her and the rest of humanity, and she's stuck behind the wall with, like, a cat, a dog, and a cow as her only companions. I don't know. Sounds interesting. So there you go. That is my September TBR. Let me know down below which books I should start with. Let me know if you like these types of videos. And if you do, please, please, please let me know some TBR jar prompts, because I had a hard time coming up with these. I don't know whether I should like reuse the ones I just pulled out. I think I might. But I would really appreciate some suggestions for it, because I had a hard time coming up with them. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like. Please leave a comment. I love responding to your comments. And I'll see you soon in another video. Goodbye.